Hello, this is George Senda, the real, official, authentic, original, the official, the one, the only, the guy from Pittsburgh. Accept no cheesy imposters, commentators, or IRS commissioners that don't send out stimulus checks and direct express cards to the people, because Thursday will be 3 weeks since President signed the bill, and no check for me, no check for Kathy. When you get to the get no payment tool, you fool site on the IRS, it keeps saying not available. Now, many are claiming, including many pundits, that waves of checks will be going out and waves of cards will be going out this week. It better be a tsunami from Fukushima at the rate they're going, because nothing's showing up. Of all my email people I've talked to, of people I've talked to in person, I'll be telling you about this in a minute. I was in the emergency room again yesterday. The nurses haven't gotten checks. The cab driver who took me home hadn't gotten a check. The postal worker at my P.O. box, the wonderful one that I really love, she's a sweetheart. She's the only one there who's competent. She said she hadn't gotten one. Her daughter hadn't got one. Her husband hadn't got one, but her son got one. I don't know of 3 people online. One filed his taxes early, one's back east, and the third one who's gotten stimulus checks. Out of my email list, about 50 people, nobody's gotten one. So, and Bank of America is still saying nothing. As I said the other day, I talked to Bank of America, and the person there said she and her sons did not get a check either. All right, this week, Burgh unboxing in a minute. I got to figure out where I'm going to put all this stuff. I ordered cat food without knowing that the famous Top Cat sent me more cat food. So I thank him for that. Thank him very much. He's the only one supporting this channel. And I woke up yesterday, had, supporting this channel, something to eat, a chicken pot pie, and then I ate mandarin oranges out of a can that were supposedly still good. And it must have triggered something, because I went into screaming pain mode. I got nauseous, nothing came up. I got nauseous again, went to the sink, threw up. I even took some generic Safeway, don't ever take that stuff because it doesn't work, generic Safeway Pepto-Bismol, their version, that came up. Piece of the orange about that big came up. And a green bean or something out of the Marie Calendar pot pies. I know those were fine. So after an hour, I called 911, and then, to add to my trouble, they made me take my jacket off. Well, I managed to get down the stairs, my own power, and leaned against a telephone pole or a tree and held it up with all my power. And the paramedics got out of the fire truck, and they said, "You all right?" And I said, I croaked no, and I said, "I got to sit down." So they made me take my jacket off. My house keys were in the pocket of my jacket. So they took my jacket, hauled me into the ambulance and the gurney, took me to the emergency room. I'm still screaming and moaning. That was by then 1:30. So 2 hours had gone by, and I am in agony. So they gave me morphine drip, and this partly made, and sodium chloride. This made me urinate like crazy. I filled 2 of those urinals and was still urinating when I left. And then I get ready to leave. They checked me home. They said my blood pressure was 190 over something, very high, because I hadn't taken my pills, because I couldn't find this bottle for 9 days. And I hadn't taken the pill yet, because I just woke up, had my coffee, had something to eat. So they had given me, they're going to give me oxycodone, which Percocet, which may not be good because I'm allergic to normally like codeine and Vicodin, so we'll see what happens with that. I came home, did not make it to the bathroom, and took a hot shower, took 2 naproxen, which are for swelling with arthritis pain, and passed out. And then during the night, I kept waking up to go to the bathroom. So I'm much better today, but they said you have a large kidney stone. And what sucks is I just bought 2 bags of mandarin oranges, and they said lay off oranges, tomatoes, and milk. And I'd even take milk thinking, you know, the thing I ate, I settle my stomach, I'll drink some milk. They said the kidney stones are made of calcium. I didn't know that. And they said that milk, oranges, tomatoes aggravate the kidneys. So I have to lay off that stuff. So I was having pain right here in my back, and I thought it was my lying on the sofa bed all the time. And that's my kidneys. So it's the second kidney stone I've had, but the worst pain I've probably had in a long, long time. And I finally got to sleep on the gurney, but the only way I could get comfortable, because no matter which way I lied, my back was killing me, I draped my left leg over the railing of the gurney. And as close as I could to the side of the railing, I put my side there and then put a blanket between there so I wouldn't have the cold metal hitting my skin. The hospital gown I had to not wear because every time I got comfortable, my bladder said time to go to the bathroom. And so I just as I'd fallen asleep at some point, I got in there at 1:30 and I got out at about 6:30. Somewhere I fell asleep, and I think nurses, not to be mean about it, but I think they're trained to, if the patient falls asleep, we must go in and give him a pill, give him a shot, give him new fluids. And some guy came in at one point. They have a whole cabin of orthopedic things like wrist splints and leg splints and knee things. Came in for that, and I saw him out of the corner of my eye. I wasn't sure if it was someone come in there or is it a shadow person. So nurse was very nice. And then when I left, I found my jacket. There's no house keys. I'm going, oh my God, I can't get in my house. After all this, I'm stuck not being able to go into my house when I get home. So they called a cab for me. I took a cab home. He didn't get the stimulus either. Got home, but I had seen my neighbor from upstairs. He comes down every day and he takes all the recycling bin, giant containers, back upstairs. So he had seen me being treated by the paramedics for my blood pressure, and they gave me fluids and they gave me medication. I was in there, and I went up to his house. Can't believe this. My keys are gone. The ambulance guys had my jacket with my keys in it. He said, see your neighbor downstairs. She's got your keys. So thank God. She said, yeah, I put them on your door. I'll have to find out today or tomorrow how she found them, because I don't know how they would, if they fell out or something, but I was freaking out. So that's how I spent my day. Hello. Sorry, I tend to, for some reason, when I talk, have my eyes closed. I'm very sleepy, so I didn't even shave last night. So that's what went on with me. Hello to everybody. I was in the hospital for 5 hours and was really, really sick. And I don't want to go through that again. But now there is a thing in here, how to not have so many kidney stones. They said drink a lot of water. So this morning, it's a catch-22. I've been drinking cold water. And I took my blood pressure pill, and I took my generic Lipitor, and I took my vitamin, and I've been running to the bathroom. So I'm going to have to go out. I'm going to have to go out to feed Tiny One, who didn't get fed last night, Orangey, and go to the post office, and then I'm going to go to Safeway. And I ordered more cat box liners and more cat food. Okay, here's what it is. And I've already taken it out of the box because it's just too heavy. There are 32 cans of Friskies canned food. And I already have the box that I haven't gone through that was sent the last time. And that thing made a noise. Little girl ran out in terror. Every time someone drops the package off my door, she panics. And there are cat food is not light, no matter which kind you get. Even if you get a bunch of individual cans, like I do Fancy Feast for my cats, it's still not light. And then here there are... come on, you, get out. Ow! Oh, that was fun. That just grazed my ankle. Here there are 48 pouches of Gravy Sensations with the attack mode in the box. So, I cannot hit the bed with a box today. It's the second time I've thrown something on the bed and it didn't make it. So there's 2 of these. And, that hurt. Ow. And my ankles are still swollen because I did not take my pills for 9 days, which is probably my blood pressure went high. And I found another bottle this morning. The top had come off and they had spilled all over the kitchen counter. My back isn't hurting. And not only my back, but there's no nice way to say this, my male equipment has been hurting when I urinate. And yesterday that was hurting. Very, very painfully hurting. So, and you get a kidney stone, it goes out through your male equipment. So they said it will pass in 2 or 3 days. The last one I had did the same thing, screaming pain. It was a small one. This one is a big one. So I'm not looking forward to having that thing go out me. So, and the haircut, I just took a scissor and chopped all the hair off. So thank you, Top Cat, for this. He got his stimulus money because he filed his taxes early. And now I got to figure out what to do with all these mandarin oranges. I'm going to still eat 2 a day, to hell with it. What I'm eating other food, I don't think 2 a day will, if I can eat them all before they go bad. They said lay off milk. That aggravates the kidneys and makes the kidney stones form more. And lay off tomatoes, which there goes my tomatoes in my salad. That's also a problem when you have an ulcer, which I've had in the past. So anyway, and I think, well, this is assuming that, I never know if anybody's telling you the truth or not. I see that you have no reason for lying, but this is assuming that there was a real Slabo and you're a real Slabo Jr. I want to see your mother-in-law go into court, your stepmother, saying she's Mrs. Slabo, and file a paper. Then we can look it up for Mrs. Slabo versus Slabo Estate. I want to see that actual paperwork, the Slabo family. You know, I mean, you're going to use your fake handles in court when the paperwork, we're all fighting it, and will your attorney be the official Slabo family attorney on both sides? There'll be like 2 attorneys. It'll be funny, you know. And then all these clowns will show up as witnesses on both sides, you know. Yeah, he was good. He knew what he was doing. He was sane. No, he was crazy as a bedbug. I'm sorry, but this is funny to me. You know, fighting over a will is ridiculous, unless the guy's worth millions of dollars. And if he gave, I got a headache. By the way, I had a horrible headache yesterday. I've got one today. Kathy's having a toothache, so she's in pain. She woke up with a toothache during the night. One of her teeth is broken. I think she's going to have to go. So, if he did leave me money, I thank him for it, but you know, I'd rather they settle this thing and give it to the family. So, you know, maybe he changed it to Slavo, you know. Slavo the Magnificent or something. Um, what was that thing? A little smile, a little glance, a little seltzer in your pants. There was some old clown thing like that, you know. So, you know, I got somebody online, they want to do something for me, and we'll see if that happens. And, but I told them, if you want me to travel, I ain't going to do it anytime soon. Not with what's going on. My medical appointment's next month. I got to get tested for COVID for the 6th time. Even though I had the friggin' vaccine, because the respiratory therapy. Well, you're breathing in and out. You might have COVID. You might breathe in the air. I'm going to infect all of San Francisco going coughing into a tube. Hello? So, yeah, well, it didn't come today, it didn't come yesterday, and I frankly don't think that it's going to come tomorrow. Even though, Stephen Gardner, Blind to Billionaire, Meet Kevin, According to Vin, Max Mayer are all saying the IRS says it will be deposited tomorrow. When that thing says $1,400 pending or $14 in our Bank of America account, then I'll believe it. Until then, anybody online who says they're getting the check is just guessing. And, yeah, R.I.P. Slabo. So, of course, I wonder, are they going to have, like, a big clown funeral? Are they going to have a big funeral pyre? They send Slabo to the clown Valhalla. They get a little, it's probably been, what, a couple of days, a week since he died. He might be a little ripe by now. But I'd be, all kidding aside, I'd be very interested to see that funeral, who would show up. So, well, I'm sorry to hear that, Kelly. The prognosis for your disease, from what I found, that is not good. And I hope sincerely I don't start getting a whole bunch of people. I'm dying, my relatives dying, my parents are dying. There's been too much death in this country, thanks to COVID. And I told the nurse, and she agreed with me. I said, any of these fools that think that there is no coronavirus are idiots. Hold on a minute. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna sit Shiva for a year for someone I did not know directly. Sorry, I don't have any candles except Hanukkah candles to burn for him either. So I will just think a quiet thought and talk to the Lord and say, well, his soul to pass on, and may be happy in as he crosses the Rainbow Bridge and meets all the clowns of the past. So, wait a minute. You may die soon, and now you're recovering. I really think you're telling us all, I think you're telling us all a line of bull on your disease. You're going to die soon, then you're recovering. I think it's time to get rid of you. Bye. Trolls can never keep their stories straight. So, you can't be going to die soon and say you're recovering the next minute. So it's a lie. She's not here anymore. She's been banned. I'm not going to put up with that garbage that I'm on death's door and then I'm recovering. You can't be the Chiron or the boat to Hades does not arrive at your door, and death comes out and knocks on your door 1 minute, and then you defeat death the next, and you're fine. Well, I don't have a sarcasm meter on my phone, except when I do it. No, she's saying she's dying. She's got to be dying. There's no middle ground. You're either getting well or you're dying. You can't say both at the same time. I don't deal with sarcasm or making it funny. I don't know what the hell this woman is doing. I didn't like her when she, I didn't like it that she said she's got this, she's got radiation treatments or whatever, and I looked it up, and prognosis for getting liver cancer, most people die from it. Oh, sorry. Well, I can unblock her if I were to unblock her to the end of this video, but I only put up with so much ridiculousness on this channel, and that's too much. Happy birthday to Anthony Blondo in Illinois. I hope you're not in Chicago, where it's rough out there. Well, you don't know what her mood was, Mazen. You're already on my list of people that are next for the comment you made last week. So, you're on thin ice as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah, if there were a GoFundMe for Slabo, I would donate, if I had any money to donate. I want to thank whatever people, if it wasn't direct revenue from YouTube, I want to thank the people that donated for Super Chat. I got my $100.01 check yesterday, and of course I never get any donations because I mostly want it for the cats, even though I still need cat supplies. To PayPal. And I seldom get, I have a whole list of the donors for Super Chat. I found that by accident on my settings the other day. So, I don't lie about what I do, and I don't expect others to come here and I'm on death's door, and then the next minute they say they're recovering. And that's where you can send gift items. So, no, I'm not going to Seattle now. I gave that as an example. And I'm very reluctant. I'd have to go get real ID, get my birth certificate, get real ID to be able to fly. And it'll be after the COVID is over. I'm not getting on a plane where people have been known to be infected with COVID on the plane. There's no way that's going to happen. Okay, imagine I'm putting you in a timeout. I told you to knock it off. You wouldn't do it. Yeah, but I didn't say at the age of 5 and at the age of 10 that I was recovering. I said I came back. And there was no YouTube then. And probably not much of a social media either. So I never said I was recovering when I was a child. I was pronounced dead and I was gone, and I came back, and then I got electrocuted the third time and came back, and I got bit at 14 by a spider and was near death. The doctor said if I hadn't gone into the hospital, my parents, I ran away from home and was sleeping in a sleeping bag in the woods of the Presidio and got bit by a spider. During that, my whole leg swelled up like this. I found out I'm allergic to spider bites. Whatever bit me infected my leg from the kneecap all the way to the ankle, and I still have the scar of the injection, not the injection, the scalpel, where everything, bacteria oozed out of the leg, and he had to stuff iodoform gauze all the way down to my ankle in this long tube that they inserted into me. so they can have a pathway along the bone. So if I see something happen to me, it happened. I don't say, "Oh, I'm dying." The next minute, la 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 la, I'm better. I'm recovering. Everything is happy. La 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 la. No, 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 no. Yeah, well, I've shown me in the hospital sick numerous times on YouTube live. And then I get criticized by the trolls. You're wasting resources that really sick people could use. Well, screw that too. So, if I'm sick where the point is I can't even function because I'm screaming in pain, I'm calling the ambulance. I don't give a damn if you're a troll or not. To hell with you. Yeah, well, they didn't in my case. I almost lost my... They said I would have died, and also I would have lost the leg. It bit me in my sleep, so I don't know what kind of spider bit me. I just know something bit me. So now I'm not a mean-spirited person towards spiders. If one comes in here, I get a little piece of Kleenex, carefully put it in the Kleenex, and put it outside. I'm not going to be climbing walls. Look, it's the fat Spider-Man. Oh, I can barely make it up this wall. I gotta fight crime too. You've got to be kidding me. The 350-pound fat Spider-Man. Dun 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 dun. Oop, I didn't hold on again. Not gonna happen. And I wouldn't know how to make a. I wouldn't know how to make a spider ejector thingy anyway. So. Well, the VPN is on. I forgot to turn it on for the phone. So the VPN is on for the Mac. I don't know if it's causing buffering or not because I can't see it. Let me see. Hello. Well, you know what? Legally, you're right about that. She's saying she's done. Legally, everybody has the right to medical care in an emergency room. You cannot be turned away. I don't lie about what I do. There you go. That's working as far as I know. Ew, ew, ew. Why would you eat a spider? Ack. Yuck. No. And that's very cruel to kill the poor spiders and eat them anyway. That's sick. Thank you, Robert. You just grossed me out. I don't know the clown union. Where was it? I gotta look that up. A clown union. AFL-COL local 0 or something. Calendar, will you stop that? Gee, I shut off Chrome. Hold on. Okay, we're getting too weird here, Yenzi. I don't want to hear about people eating ribs out of it. You're ruining the idea of ribs for me. No, 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 no. Please don't talk about that sort of thing. That's gross. I spent yesterday being sick. I have no desire to be grossed out. Because, oh, my God. Hold on. Okay, I've got Chrome up. Engage in enroll in clown school, 9-month clown training at the Actors Gymnasium. I don't know how they would do that if you have to separate. Clown Academy at Tetrocart. The World Clown Association, a World Clown World Organization Clowns, Jugglers, Magicians, and Face Painters holds an annual convention mainly in the United States. Few kids becoming clown as nation faces national clown shortage. That is as of, there are several stories as of 2018. Clowns of America International, the oldest organization, the International Circus Clown Club, became Clowns International. I should hope so, because it's too hard to say the International Circus Clown Club. World Clown Association blames Stephen King's It for a clown shortage. And so I see, and there's still a clown college. Let's see. 1982 there was a Ringleaders, but they're gone. And how do you become a registered clown? No formal academic qualifications to be a clown. And so I can find nothing on a clown union. And maybe the clown shortage is the same thing as the internet, the world chip shortage. That's why Apple has not come out with the M1X Mac Mini and the new Silicon. I hate saying that all the time. Graphics chip, new iMacs, then colored iMacs and such, because the facilities in China and elsewhere are not able to ramp up production. Since everybody has been sitting in their homes, everybody's crying for tablets and computers and laptops, and even the car computers stop. Even the car companies, Ford just shut down production in one of their plants, lack of chips. Tesla shut down their production for 2 weeks because no chips to put in the cars. And next thing we'll probably hear is Lay's will shut down production because they're out of chips. So there'll be a potato chip shortage. That'll come next, I'm sure. So I'm feeling much better. So I got to go back to the thing now. And by the way, that super chat was the lowest ever, I think, except 1 month. Yeah, you have to give at least $100. So I don't expect one to be there next month unless it's for ad revenue, because my subscribers and viewers are not donating. So hello, Dimrack, Ginzy, Booberry, Robert. Yeah, well, we didn't like Fords because every Ford we ever had electrical problems. So, Kathy and I. We bought one Ford, a Falcon or a Fairlane. It lasted 50 miles and stopped. So, then the ironic thing, her friend, Mr. Fremont, that's what we called him, he was bigger, he made me look like twin, like Twiggy. Twiggy. He came by and tried to get it to work. He couldn't get it to work. Turned out the solenoid was bad, so we towed it. Then about a month later, I went to the DMV and I said, "Hey, what happened to that Ford we used to have they towed?" And the guy said, "Someone bought it and it's running and registered." Well, good luck to him. So we're no goods with Fords. It takes me a long time to forget or forgive on this channel because I've had so many people give me grief. So I'll think about it. I'm not seeing the A word, and it's not, and it is 7 letters, just like the other word. But you insulted me, and I didn't appreciate it. So, no, I'm at the point now, particularly sitting in this hard metal chair where my behind hurts, and then I've got to go out and feed Tiny One, Orangey, get my mail, and then go to Safeway and get my medication. And the wind is still howling out there, so they never raised our auto rate when we had it, because the accidents were caused by other people. Even when Kathy backed into that truck, the guy was speeding and she was backing up and blamed it on me, of course. She was looking in the mirror, I'm looking in the TV camera, there was no one there. She accelerated fully, hit the guy's truck. The dent was about that big. And a week later, he tells State Farm he's got major damage to his truck and a neck injury, and he's in pain. And I told Kathy after that, you ever get in an accident again, call the cops. Don't take their word for it that they're all right, because they'll try to screw you. So we had the first car. A woman hit Kathy's car and crushed the driver's side door and pulled over and said, F you, it's your fault, and drove off. And nobody got the license number. There were 3 women standing there. I had an iPhone. Oh, by the way, I went through a box today, and there was mail in there from 2011, and I found, I no longer have the camera, but I found the manual for my Hero 3 that I pawned and then didn't get out, and they sold my GoPro. So this is the GoPro Hero 3 manual. But this is what I don't know if I can lift this or not. There's a bag here to be thrown out. There's a bag there to be thrown out. I tore down a box, and there's a bag here to be thrown. I got there's 3 bags, and and there's a big bag in the kitchen. So there's 4 bags of trash plus the 2 boxes I just got. So, insurance is very high here because you got a lot of, clowns on the road that don't know how to drive or have no license or have suspended licenses. Oh, Newsbreak says IRS will send second rounds of stimulus checks this week. That just flashed to my screen. Boom, boom. So I'll believe it. Ripley's believe it or don't. Well, I got sick a lot because I keep having sinus infections and because I'm allergic to grass. The minute I went downstairs and got near the lawn, I started gasping for air too yesterday. That didn't help. And when I got to the hospital, because I'd been exposed to grass and it was very windy, it wasn't as windy as today. It's been howling since last night here. The wind has been, ooh, sounds like a Dracula movie or a Frankenstein movie out there. Things rattling outside and everything else. So I kept blowing my nose the whole time I was at the hospital. Like I said, no one I know is... Top Cat has gotten a check. A supporter of this channel and fan who has sent me money and cat items has gotten a check. And one other person I knew has gotten a check. That's it. And I have an email list of at least 50 people. None of them have gotten a check. And Kathy and I haven't gotten one either. So, yeah, well, I have asthma because of the grass, because of the sinus infections. Never had it growing up, never had it in my life before until about 15 years ago when I got the first sinus infection, and then I've always had trouble getting rid of it. So, oh, and if you've never seen this, I dug this up today. A guy named Snap T creates these. Oh, I found my Buffalo hard drive. That was in a box. I have 3 portable hard drives now. This is Trump's Titans versus the End. But this was sent to me, and these are apparently rather popular. And these are evil people in here against former President Trump as a superhero. And the reason if you haven't seen this, let me see here. I saw it this morning. Let me get this there is me in this striped shirt going, what the hell is this? As the evil people send a message over the internet, they take over all TV transmission. So, so there's me in the Trump Titans comic book. And I'm hoping Comic-Con in San Diego comes back so I can actually meet Snap T and we can go out to dinner or something. So, actually, I'm a comic book star right there. And, maybe I could convince him to do a strip, you know, Fat Man versus Evil or something. You know, fat YouTube guy, dun dun dun. You know, I got asthma, I can't breathe. It's the worst I've ever seen. I cough and hack, and then I spew, and then I bring videos to you as I choke and cough, and my nose runs, and it's terrible. Oh my God. Well, the big fan died. I don't have the big fan anymore. It stopped working. Probably after I got the comic book. It got so embarrassed it committed suicide because of too much dust. I had that thing for years. It was a great fan. Couldn't do videos with it on because it was too noisy, but so I got the cardboard liner where he wrote, I got the envelope I kept somewhere here that says, open this up, it contains you. So that was cool. I got like I said, he had a booth at Comics-Con. So when there's another Comics-Con, I'm going to go down. And of course, a long time ago, I was offered a job through the auspices of my friend Alan Weiss, who did artwork for DC. I don't remember which comics he did artwork for. I think it was Dead Man and might have been Legion of Superheroes or something. This is back in the late 60s. Ow. Stabbing pain right here. That might be my kidneys too. I don't know. I'm getting a stabbing pain right in front. But he wanted me to go to the San Diego. This is another thing I thank my mother for. He wanted me to go to San Diego to Comics-Con. Said, if you get down there, I've set up an interview with the editor of Superman. And my mother wouldn't give me the money to go. It would cost like $100 to go down there. Plane fares were really cheap back then. And he said, if you get down here, the editor of Superman is willing to hire you and send you to New York, and you can work as an associate editor on Superman, my favorite comic book character. So thank you, Mother, for not doing that for me. I'm wearing a scarf and hat. Hold on. Scarf and hat. Just a minute. By the way, I am wearing shorts. Charmeleon. I was 16 when I lived in Las Vegas. And since I already traveled to Germany by myself, wouldn't have been a problem for me to go to New York. No, this is a Christmas card, if that's what you're referring to. I'm not in a scarf and hat that I can see. So it's time to put that away. Yeshiva man, friendly neighborhood Yeshiva man, throws a matzah any style, you know. Criminals run all the while, hey there goes Yeshiva man. Sharpened shuriken style matzahs, egg matzahs, of course. Hard to sharpen those because they crumble, you know. So, yeah, they're Charmeleon, Charizard, and Charmander. My favorite Pokemon. And I found another one today when I was in the box cleaning. I don't use it for the keychain. I don't know if I can even get this anymore, because I would hate to lose it. But this is a luggage tag keychain That's another thing. If I became a superhero, I would have a Charmander, like, I'd have one that way I could ride and fly around on, and he could be my partner. So, the stimulus check will come tomorrow. Bet your dollar, let me start with the stimulus check will come tomorrow. Bet your dollar, I'm having trouble saying that, damn it. Bet your bottom dollar there'll be cash in your account too. I'll believe it when I see it, when it says pending, and when they send your check to you. Tomorrow, but the question is, what tomorrow will the money be deposited to? I don't think so. Well, you have a child who is dependent upon you. In fact, you have two childs, assuming you are really Aaron Ruiz Bell. So that might be why you got a second stimulus check. Or maybe the IRS had heard the word that Art is gone. I don't know. And they've already said that they will not be releasing the extra $3,000, $3,500, whatever is a month until June or July, because they're backed on taxes. And the Democrats claim that this is designed to combat childhood poverty. Well, I don't know about you. In my circles, we were all middle class or upper middle class people. We were not rich by any means, but I've never known a poor child. Where are all these poor children they're talking about? I've never seen one. I never went to school with any. Even public schools. Even when I lived in Washington, D.C., all the people I knew in school, their parents worked in the military or in the Army. Or they worked for the government. They weren't poor, even back in 1962 or 60. And my question is, if they're going to give recurring stimulus checks to the children that are poor, why aren't they giving them to the people that are poor? They can't even give us the stimulus checks now. Yeah, there is a language, thanks to Mr. Toomey, Republican, Grouchy Toomey, that allowed them to garnish the money from people who got stimulus checks, but they have to have a court order. And no, they aren't releasing it. It goes in the bank, and then these evil collection companies, that's another list of my people that should be drawn and quartered, tarred and feathered, run out of town, and then hung. All stimulus collection people are inherently evil because no one in their right mind would do that to people. Hound the hell out of them for money, particularly after the statute of limitations. California, it's 4 years. Your mileage in your state may vary. They can't collect after 4 years. They can't take you to court. They're not supposed to call you on the phone. They're not supposed to send you letters. None of that stuff. No. After 7 years, it's dead. It's supposed to be off your credit record. It's uncollectible. Some states, I believe Colorado, Wyoming, have 6 years. That's the longest I've ever seen. I think some states may have 10 years, but most states, it's 4 years. 4 or 5 or 6. After that time, they can't collect it. It's judgment proof. They can't get it from you, and don't pay them. Don't ever pay a collection agency. You want to pay it off and fix your credit, go to the original credit card company or the original debtor. I have 130 debt to finger at, which I will pay off in the next year if they'll remove the notation on my card. But if I wait 2 years, it goes off my credit report anyway. But I'm trying to establish new credit with finger. They just gave me another ability to buy $250 worth of stuff, and I was going to buy Kathy a blender, but the problem is it's free. They won't convert me to the Fingerhut credit account where you can buy whatever you want. They want $30, and I'm not going to take my $100 in super chat revenue and give them a $30 deposit till after the stimulus check or the first of the month, whichever comes first. I want to buy Kathy a blender so she can make smoothies. Excuse me. I am not a deadbeat. I've disputed these bills. And if you pay it back, it reopens the account and it makes your credit look bad. So don't start on this deadbeat stuff. And I'm going to remove that comment. I'm going to remove that comment. If you say deadbeats, you're probably referring to me. I'm not going to allow it now. Enough. You're getting a timeout, Mr. Yenzi. I disputed the charge because in one case I was told the water cooler, I was told by the representative of the company that put out the water cooler that when I signed up for their water cooler, that was part of the offer, it was free. And they've been trying to bill me $500 for this water cooler that wound up not working right. I have to open it up and get a part from a company all the way in Pittsburgh and figure out how I'm going to change the part. It's a filtration part. And I've got to get over there and empty the water in that jug because it's got to be pretty dead by now. So, okay. Yeah, they are being rude. And, well, you know, I'll just put on my giant clown shoes and kick them out the door. So, yeah, line item veto. I have the power. I'm more than Ronald Reagan. And we should have had the line item veto. Payday loans. I've taken payday loans out. I've got a loan right now at Possible, which is kind of a payday loan. First of the month, they'll take out the second one. But because of California limiting it to $255, I can't get a big loan. I would love to get a loan where they gave me $5,000. I could pay all my credit cards off, and then I would pay off my debt to the traffic fines and all that stuff. Okay, we're not going to allow that either, Robert. That's not going to be allowed. You don't hit up on women in this channel. Time out. Have none of that. No sexual harassment on here. So, no, I did not post a donation link. Oh my God, Boba Fett. He has not been here forever. The Boba Fett of the channel. My God. Hello, welcome back. I have not posted because I cannot get a link to work in my description, no matter what I do. And somehow my Gmail address, when I try to put PayPal, I have to spell it out by letter, has been connected to about 15 different YouTube channels, so I can't list that. I don't know if Art watched this channel or not. If I had a link, I would post it on my forum and would post it in my blogs. No, it's 600, and that doesn't come till next month. And then there's the question of when the Social Security Administration will send out those checks. The last I heard on it, the state is negotiating with SSA. Well, that's weird. Now, I just took these out of the box. This one was right side up, and these two were upside down. Go figure. The state was negotiating with SSA to send that out. Art was too busy. He was doing Patreon. He was doing Midnight in the Desert. He was doing ham radio. He was throwing rocks at jackrabbits. And, and dealing with his own health issues, including his poor back that he got when he fell off a pole putting up cable television, and he worked as a 911 dispatcher for a while. I know the history of Art Bell, if I can remember everything. Trying to put some of this cat food away so I don't trip and knock everything on the floor. Excuse me a moment. don't want these things to fall on my foot either. It might break my toe. I've already done that on both large toes. Thank you. 3 times for the left one. Once for the right one. Oh. I don't want any more screaming pain as a can of Friskies falls on my foot. Okay. Soul Sister, there you are. How you doing? Patreon, Periscope, what do I know? I watch it in replays when I have the time. Art Bell is still the king. Will always be the king of paranormal talk. And I wish that Rush Limbaugh were still alive. He would be kicking Biden butt on stimulus today. Where are the people's money, Mr. Biden? I love Soul Sister. She's a sweetie. That's assuming it's not the troll who pretended to be Soul Sister and then left sexual comments on here. I blocked that turkey. So Soul Sister in the... Wait a minute. Art Bell didn't go to many parties. He wasn't a social animal. How did you meet him in 1982 before he started doing Coast? That's a little curious. He did not go to events. They had to probably make him go kick and scream to do his book signings. So, yes. Soul Sister. One of my favorites on this channel. She's very nice. And she works hard. He was not Radio Man then. What was he? He was either 911 dispatcher or he was working for a cable company. He told what cable company. It might have been Cox. I don't think it was Verizon. I don't think Verizon. But he fell off a pole and that's how his back got injured. And he had to leave the air several times because of screaming back pain. No stimulus, nothing for Kathy. Kathy's got a very bad broken tooth that's giving her a lot of pain. So, I don't know. I haven't figured out what she does. Her letting her hands hurt a lot. Maybe she knits or something. I don't know. She knits cozies for electronic chips to stay warm in the winter. I don't know what she does. I have no idea. Yeah, spring started Sunday, by the way, or Saturday, I think. But you could have fooled me when I don't know how to have dating business. That's the first I've heard of it. I go out there and the wind is howling and it's freezing. I'm wearing shorts right now. If I went out there, I'd be frozen solid, and then by the time I get back to Safeway. No. Jerry Springer, the stimulator. Yeah, Jerry Springer is coming. He'll be knocking at my door tomorrow. Here's your check, George. Here's Kathy. Jerry Springer will personally deliver my stimulus check. Oh, God. I hate Jerry Springer because Kathy always, I heard about this thing with this couple and this guy and this. What the hell are you talking? Oh, I watched it on Jerry Springer or Steve Wilkos. No, I don't want to hear this crap. It's garbage. It's all made up. They hire people for Jerry Springer. I don't know about Wilkos, but it's a circus there. And it's too stupid to watch. Oh, there'll be a stimulus haul video, but it will be more so cat food and cat litter. And I've decided not to get the GoPro 9 because there's too many problems with the screen stopping and video stopping. I'm going to get a GoPro 8. I watched Taco Stacks, and that's what he's using, and he's have absolutely no problems with it. So, she's working and enlarging the little hole to a big hole. That's why her hands hurt. She has to chisel at the wall all day, no doubt. If I ever won the lotto, I would see if I could get Soul Sister to come here, and we would do a video together. It'd be fun. Pay for a trip to America, get her passport, and have to get a Korean translator because I don't know any Korean. I know kimchi. That's it. That's my total Korean knowledge. And Sigmund Rhee. I think that's all I know. And Seoul, Korea, Incheon from the war. So I know nothing about Korea except a lot of student riots there. They were rioting about something recently, maybe the COVID or something. They were all getting upset in Seoul, but they're always getting upset in Seoul. It's like, hey, the sun's out, let's riot, That's a joke. I don't like being told what to do, Slavo. Before I make a purchase, I'm going to investigate every possible purchase. I was thinking of buying, instead of an iPhone temporarily, a iPod. And it turns out to make a video on YouTube with an iPod kind of sucks. So, not getting an iPod. Okay, Mazen, I'm not doing any Asian hate, so what are you talking about? There is too much. They're talking about making Asian hate in Congress a hate crime, which it is. And, of course, they're trying to blame President Trump for that. So, well, have a great day, Soul. One day we'll find out what you do for a living. But the other day in San Francisco, an Asian woman got attacked. She beat the crap out of the attacker, and he had to go to the hospital. So there's no excuse for any hate crime, for whether religion, skin color, politics, national origin, sexual preference. And I won't allow it on this channel. So, no, I didn't say I love them. I said I like them as people. They're very honest, industrious, and hardworking, and decent people. Very seldom I've met any Asian that wasn't a good person. Now, and it's nothing to do with sexual fantasy or anything like that. Before some troll comes in and said, "Oh, you want to have sex with Asian women? You've got Kathy." That's nothing to do with it. I would have a soul sister here. It would be fun to talk to her in person. Okay, I'm not going to allow that comment either because that is demeaning. So, not allowed. Bye, soul sister. So, I worked with Filipinos. They're good, decent, hardworking people, and sadly, the Filipino people got screwed over by Marcos and Imelda, and you have rich areas of Manila, and then you have people living in corrugated cardboard houses and tin and water running like sewers running through the area, and not fresh water and little food, and they're very, very poor. And that's not right either. So, somebody just said, I've always received something about their stimulus check on one of the channels I made a comment with. I don't know if you're the real Aaron Ruiz Bell. That's my issue with you. That's my sole issue with you. If you are, you're very welcome here. But I don't think Aaron Ruiz Bell would come in here. She doesn't know me. Unless she knows that I was associated with Art, and I never met Art, and I wish I had. Talked to him on the phone twice. Emailed him a lot. Emailed Keith Rowland a lot. And I have defended Art Bell steadfastly on this channel on and off for 10 years. Against criticism. and the trolls. So, and of course, for about a year or two, I said free Art Bell, free Art Bell's music, because he wasn't allowed to play copywritten music on um, his various video endeavors, and I think maybe even on Sirius XM, I don't remember. So, it has nothing to do with my being handsome. It's the real Aaron, I don't think, would say that. You don't make comments about someone you don't know. At least it's not done in my upbringing. Although I'll say someone looks pretty or nice or good looking, but I don't know them. Someone I happen to see in the street or something. Yeah, I like 90% of the people out there. The jerks, the A-word people, the truly mean people, the ones who hurt animals and people. I don't like them. And then the predators. I don't like the predators out there. Not talking about animal predators, although I'm not thrilled about a mountain lion or a bear trying to eat me or something. If I go out to feed the cats one day and there's a grizzly bear there, or a coyote. They got the coyote and they tested it for rabies, and it didn't have rabies. So the one in Lafayette that bit 5 people and a baby. So, but that's one of my great regrets. I never got to meet Art Bell. So, oh yeah, yesterday when I was at the hospital, I looked at my feet. Ow. It hurts to bend my toes today, but my feet, my toes were really super swollen. I was in pretty bad shape. My biggest problem with the word Philippines, I can't spell it right. I always get it wrong. I've already said I like the Philippines. I work with them. You know, they work hard. I got Philippine news for years for free in San Francisco. So I would read the Philippine news of the Filipinos in San Francisco and the Filipinos in the Philippines. So, only thing I didn't like about the Philippines, I didn't like lumpia. So, and I didn't like poi. So I'm not going to eat those 2 dishes. They would bring me lumpia. No thank. I took one bite and went, no thank you. Don't like lumpia. Sorry. So, no, I have a girlfriend. Why would I date? I have a same girlfriend for 42 years, so I'm not going to allow that comment. Everybody knows I am in a relationship. Of long standing. I'm going to end this soon. I want to get over to the post office and get my mail, and I've also got to go to the bathroom, and I have to gather my stuff up for Tiny One and Talkie. Not Talkie. I wish Talkie would come back. I miss Talkie so much. And have to go to Safeway. I don't know how pretty you are, Blueberry. I think Erin is attractive. And I very much miss Ramona. I wish I had met Ramona, too. She was, I think, the power behind the throne to Art Bell at the time. And I think a lot of stuff that Art was able to do was because of Ramona's help, and I'm sure it was because of Aaron's help. I know he was in tremendous pain a lot of the time. So, how do you know they're handsome when you can't see them? Oh, it's got his picture. I forgot about that. So, but anyway. All right, I'm going to go now. My back is starting to hurt again from sitting in this chair, and I've got the sign digging into my back, and my hands are hurting. This hand is still going numb on me, which is driving me nuts, and the knuckles in this hand are hurting. So, too much mousing, I think. So, oh, and my wrist is hurting. Can't figure that out. All of a sudden, I'm falling apart here. All right, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. No, 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 no massages. I would not live 30 seconds. Kathy would be banging on my door. You so and so blankety blank 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 blank, because she would assume that anybody. She wouldn't assume if a male masseur gave me a massage, but any woman that tried to massage me, Kathy, would be on the warpath. That ain't gonna happen. And if it ever did happen, I sure as hell wouldn't be stupid enough to tell her about it. So, we will see if that's really. No, no, okay, that's it. That's it. No, no, this is not the real Aaron Bell. Goodbye. The real Aaron Bell would not talk about giving me happy endings. So you're out of here. All right. That was obviously a troll. I have to go, people. I can't sit here forever. And I probably will eventually get a massage from somebody just to relax my back and my legs and all that. But it'll be a therapeutic only massage. There will be no sexual things going on with it. And my toes are starting to hurt, and I have to be able to walk to go feed these cats and go to the bus. And I'm still very tired from yesterday. I need to come back. I was supposed to get my medication today. See, I'm run out of my, I've got one of these left. I've run out of my Lipitor, so, or wait a minute, I've got one or two left. How many have I got left? One. So I need a refill. Alright, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Once again, no one donates, and I get sexually harassed. Alright, have a great evening. Stay wet, warm, dry, or cool as the case may be. Stay warm, stay dry, and stay, or cool, depending where you are. And hopefully you're not in Colorado where they're having blizzards lately. And stay safe, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye for now. Sorry you came in late. No, nothing.